All right, welcome back to Rust Order Garage. 61 Rambler, rot box. Another freezing cold day outside, but we get started on the exhaust. I'm not going to get it done today because I got other things going on as usual, but we'll get started. Try to get something else off the list. So here's what we got to work with. If you did not see the short I posted, I don't know, a week or so ago, I found a full G-body exhaust system, stainless, Pypes Violator. Which, like I said, just sounds wrong, but a full manifold back exhaust system that somebody had on their Monte Carlo, and they wanted to go back to factory, single exhaust. So, $150. More than happy to pay that for this. Part of the reason I bought it is because it has tailpipes that are set up for Grand National type exhaust exit. So they'll angle out behind the rear wheels rather than go straight all the way back like a Monte Carlo would. This should fit pretty well all the way up to the X pipe. And I will have to make modifications on the head pipes because they're going to be wrong angle because I have LT1 exhaust manifolds. And also the flanges are going to be wrong because those are for a 2-bolt manifold. And I have a 3-bolt, plus I have an O2 sensor on that section. So I may be using the LT1 drops and then just tying into this. I don't think it's going to make a difference as far as power. We're running manifolds, not long tubes here anyway. So either way, this car weighs nothing. It'll be fun. Although, going to see how loud it is with this exhaust because those are straight through mufflers. So should sound good. We'll just see if it gets annoying on the highway. All right, so we'll see how difficult this is going to be to do because since it has a X pipe there, I kind of have to do both sides of the exhaust at once. And it's much easier to do one side at a time, especially with the limited amount of stands that I have. So I think I'm going to slip the mufflers onto the tailpipes first and then try to get this X pipe attached. Is that the right way to do it? I don't know. We're going to figure it out in a minute. So one thing I do with these exhaust systems is I put anti-seize on all the joints because the nice thing about using these band-style clamps is that you could take this apart in the future. And anti-seize makes it just even easier because you never know if you decide you want to change mufflers or something. It's a lot easier to do it when you can take the system apart. Now, I don't know how far these mufflers were on. They're into the tailpipes, I should say. Let's see. Get that rotated a little bit, but we'll mock it up and try to get an idea of how this was set up. Okay, so it looks like this H pipe is going to determine where the mufflers mount because that dimension's not changing. So I can't really mount the tailpipes or do any of that stuff without putting this all together as one piece and try not to knock over everything because everything's going to want to fall. But if I can get the mufflers to go, I think I'll be okay. Okay, that one's in there. I marked this H pipe with where I think the mufflers were. as far as how far in they were. The only tough part about used parts. Okay, that one's in. That is in all the way. This one is not. Gotta go in another 1/4 inch. That should be it. Okay, so I've got the X pipe all the way into the mufflers. I think I have the mufflers at the same angle as far as being level, because that affects the front of the X pipe as far as one side being higher than the other, which is what I was running into. But I think everything is good now. Tailpipes, I'm still not sure. I probably should have put these clamps the other way. I am just so ADD about stuff. I have to have all my clamps facing the same way and everything the same. And I'm going to take these off. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We got the H pipe in a good location. It's going to clear that Chevelle crossmember, no problem with the duals. Mufflers are looking about the same. Tailpipes are just hanging right now, but they're going to be plenty tucked up under the car. And all they have are these, they're pretty short tailpipes, so I just have these bushings here, and I can drill a hole in the frame and use like a heavy thread cutter and just mount those right to the frame. And that'll be the whole rear half of the system done. So, we find some junk thread cutter bolts left over, drill some holes, and bolt those up. All right, so far so good. Tailpipes are bolted up, tight, clamped. Nothing is going to move. The only thing I'll probably do is spray these black because I don't like to see exhaust. So I don't know what will really be visible once the car's on the ground, but I don't know if we really need to extend these out past the quarter panels or just leave them like that. We could get some fancy Honda chrome tips for it or something. We'll see. But this is all good. Everything's clamped down. The H pipe is in. Mufflers are in. All that's going to be left to do now are the lead pipes, head pipes. And I don't think that's going to be too terrible. We are going to have to change, I'm going to have to change the exhaust flanges to go 2 bolt to 3, deal with that O2 sensor. This side, I'm going to have to change the angle, I'm sure, but nothing too crazy. So, I don't know if I'm going to do that today or the next day. I guess you'll have to wait and find out. All right, back out here freezing again. Just finished making the video with the Corvair Greenbrier wagon. And now that I'm already cold, let's finish the exhaust up. So I got the head pipes here. And on the passenger side, so far, I just bolted the original LT1 stub. And I'm going to try to fit this section here over it. I'm going to have to cut off that little stub there. That was for the original manifold connection. Get rid of that flange. And then just kind of trim that down until it wants to play nice and make the connection here. I think this side will be less work than the other side. So let's get that done first. Mocked up on the passenger side. I had to cut that down and I'll weld it up to the stub. And then here I actually had to put a little bit of an extension on to make it. So I'll weld that up and clamp it there. And I think that will do it for the passenger side. Almost made it here. But once I started shortening up that end, it just kind of moved away. So is what it is. It's an exhaust system. Not a big deal. Passenger side done. So this is welded up and bolted up to the manifold. All good. Got plenty of clearance everywhere. Looks good. I may come back and spray it black after the weather warms up a little bit. We'll see. I'm used to painting my exhausts black so you don't see them. But this car, I don't think anybody will see it. I think it'll sit low enough. But, yeah, so let's get to the other side. Now, this side, I didn't have to worry about any oxygen sensor or anything because it's actually in the manifold. And you can't see it, but it's there, trust me. But this side, the O2 sensor is actually in the downpipe off the manifold. So, depending on how we do this, I'll probably be relocating that. I think it's in the way anyway. So, I've got to cut that end, the stub off of this, get this flange off, remove that O2 sensor, probably relocate it. I may be able to use this one as is and just move the O2 sensor into here after I change the flange. I got to mock it up and see what it looks like. All right, so I got the last chunks of stuff cut up here. I cut the flange off of the LT1 dump, so that's going to mount up to the manifold. This is the other end. I got the O2 sensor out, and I'm going to cut that bung out. I have new ones, but there's nothing wrong with this. Why should I throw it away, right? And I cut the end off of the, what is this? The Pypes exhaust, yeah. So I could get the 2-bolt flange off, and it'll, yeah, we'll get this together somehow. All right, I can hardly get up in here, so hopefully I can get a decent tack weld on this up here. All right, I'll try to get one on the other side, and then that should be good enough to drop it down and weld it up for good. All right, we're getting down to the end of this. Got the head pipe made. It was actually easier than the other side. Got the hole drilled for the O2 bung. I cut this out of the LT1 exhaust drop. And we'll just weld it right there. And that's where I want it, according to where all my clearances are and how it looks anyway. So weld that in, bolt it up, and see if it all fits like it's supposed to. All right, that is welded in there. Make sure you weld it in there really good. You don't want any leaks anywhere in your exhaust system upstream of an O2 sensor. It'll just cause you grief. Next thing I'm going to do, when you weld those in, sometimes they'll distort a little bit. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but I always get a spark plug tap. This is a 18 millimeter, and run it through the bung first before you call it good, just in case it is a little bit gummed up, and sometimes you can't get up there to do it once it's installed. So make life easy. run that through, back out, and then the O2 sensor will go in, and I won't have to worry about stripping this thing. That should be it. We have an exhaust system. I couldn't wait, and I sprayed the tips black, so at least they're hidden. But the rest of it is tucked up nice. Worked out good. There's my O2 sensor in a spot where I can get to it, and it's not in the way of anything. Very nice. This lead pipe, I didn't even have to do anything really. I just had to cut the end off and redo that, and it was the right length. That worked fine. This side, so we had to weld the stub there and extend that just a little bit, but that's it. I think that worked out really good. Tucked up nice. If you look at it, everything looks to be pretty much above the front cross member. And I don't think we'll be hitting anything with that. That worked nice. Good marketplace score. So that's it for an exhaust. Just looking here, I've got a collection of parts here for the cooling system. But that's not next. I'd like to get this thing started up and running before I start plumbing the heater hoses and all that kind of stuff. So what's left? Other than me getting the wiring finished. Fuel system's done. Exhaust is done. I guess electrical, right? So I'm not going to get everything finished up front before we start it because there's a whole lot to it. But I think I should get this wiring done on the car so that we can try to start the engine. I don't want to do something and waste time doing things that don't help, but I don't think I'll do too much off-topic stuff on the wiring just to get it to fire up. But I want to hear it run. So I got to look at my list. I have a list of things left to do on the car. I think it's about time we get a piece of cardboard and start looking at things and crossing things off because we're getting down to it. And then I think I'll continue on, see if the dashboard comes out of this car, and if it does, it'll make it easier to do the wiring and start putting these harnesses in that I've already started thinning out. I don't know if I'm done. I got to double check. Anyway, that's that. Man, my eyes bother me. I think I got a dog hair in it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for following the build. And thanks for subscribing. See you on the next one. Later.